Hey beauties, it's Riri. If you're new here, I'm an over 40 lover of all things beauty and I love showcasing indie brands here on my channel. If that sounds like your cup of tea, please consider subscribing and give the video a thumbs up if you do enjoy. You can also turn on that notification bell so you never miss one of my videos. We are diving right in. We are going to deep dive into our Ipsy Glam Bag and BOXYCHARM by Ipsy. I did do an unboxing yesterday and a couple of you asked for a tutorial, especially with the eyeshadow palette. So we're gonna dive in. I will do swatches and demo all the products that I know I'm keeping. If you are new here, we try to not be wasteful on this channel, you guys. So whatever I will not use, just give it away to you guys at the end of the video. So we're gonna dive in. All right, first up is our Origins Checks and Balances Frothy Face Wash. I demoed this morning. It works great. It lathers beautifully. It feels comfortable on the skin. I feel like I'm smelling a slight kind of herbaliness to it. Other than that, there's no harsh fragrance. It's not perfumed or anything like that, which I really enjoyed. I feel like it did what it was supposed to do. However, because I do have very dry skin, for me personally, I feel like it dried my skin out just a little bit. Like I had to go in extra heavy today with some moisturizer. That's not a deal breaker for me. I still like the texture of it. It didn't cause any reactiveness or anything like that. I do have rosacea. I have dry, dehydrated, textured skin, and I have very sensitive skin. So I'm going to continue to use it. Let me know if you guys have tried this one. But so far so good on this. Just you're going to have to hydrate a little bit more after the fact. We did also receive some Mo Beauty sponges. I will save these for you guys. I have plenty of sponges. We also received the Half Caked Double Dipper Color Duo. We will demo this for you today. The thing that you guys wanted to see and the thing I'm curious about, because this has a $50 retail and it is the heaviest little quad that I've ever felt. It is the Il Makiage Color Boss Squad Multi-Dimensional Eye Color Quad. This is the shade Call the Shots. And then the last item in our BOXYCHARM by Ipsy was this Transluce Beauty Lipstick in the shade Nudie Pink. I did also demo this yesterday, but I want to compare it to a couple of my favorite higher end lipsticks, so we're also going to test this out and demo this. Our bag is a beautiful mesh bag, very well constructed. It feels really nice. And it's in pink and yellow, which are my two all-time favorite colors. I actually was so inspired after doing my unboxing yesterday that I did a pink and yellow look. I'll also pop that picture up here for y'all, but spoiler alert, it's today's video later on for my throwback Thursday. But here is our bag. We have the beautiful Love zipper pull. We got the Marc Anthony Repair Bond leave-in treatment. I'm not going to use this. I have a ton of hair product, so I will also pass that along for you guys. We also got the cutest little Juicy Couture candle. This is the Rose Land. It's Peony Blossom, Rose Petals, and Sparkling Melon, and it smells so absolutely incredible, but very light and very soft. If you've ever smelled like Frosted Cranberry from Bath & Body Works, to me, it kind of has that same nostalgic vibe to it. I'm excited to have this. I like getting something that's a little kitschy, a little bit different for Ipsy. I didn't mind that at all. Next up, we got a dual-ended eyeliner from Formula Z. I actually already promised this to another beauty who commented and said she could use this, so I'm going to send this her way. Next up, we have our Philosophy Micro Delivery Exfoliating Daily Facial Wash. I have used this in the past. I am a huge fan of Philosophy. The Purity 3-in-1 Cleanser has been my holy grail for probably 10 plus years. I'll also pass this along for you guys. And then last up in our OG glam bag was this Qveen or Queen Sugar Daddy Boss Gloss. And because I want to demo the Transluce one or Transluce one, I am also going to pass this along to you guys. So I'm already prepped. I do have a little bit of eye base on, and I want to go into this palette. We'll do swatches and stuff. We will demo the blush, and we'll go into the lipstick and also do some comparisons. This I'm really excited about. I mean, even the packaging, everything about it just genuinely feels very, very luxe. And they are made in Italy. The compact is so incredibly heavy and beautiful, you guys. It does have a nice size mirror. And then we have a beautiful neutrals quad. I'm going to assume that this is more of like a creamy matte or like a cream satin. And then of course these are more shimmers. So let's do some swatches. I will go from the top. Okay, definitely feeling like a little bit more of a drier type of a shimmer formula. That doesn't bother me as long as it performs on the lids, then I do not care. And yes, this very much feels like a kind of cream to matte formula, Holy Pigment. So here are the swatches. And you can see a slight bit of a luminous quality to the one that's more of the cream. These are not like super silky, like wet, but they do seem incredibly pigmented. I do want to note too, the shades, they're Sorry Not Sorry, Eyes on the Prize, Scandal, and No Bull, SHIT. That's kind of cool. Anyways, I'm going to go in with a firm, flat, packer type brush and go into the deep brown here. I'm going to pick up quite a bit because it is more of a cream type of formulation. And I'm going to press this first into the outer half of my lid. If you hear the train, I'm very, very sorry. We live literally right beside train tracks. I've asked this question before, but I know I get a ton of new beauties when I do my unboxings or Ipsy content. So, have you ever lived by a train track? What was your experience? I thought it was going to drive me absolutely crazy, but we love it. There's something just kind of weirdly soothing about it. I know, that sounds strange. But I'm going to press this in first. I'm going to bring some down to the lower lash line as well. The color in the pan is the color that I'm able to achieve on the lid. I'm going to flip my brush over, and then I'm softly going to flick upwards at the very edge. And this is just going to soften that little harsh line for me without me having to switch to a different brush or do a whole lot of work. Next up, I think I want to try to use all of these, so I'll go in here next, and I always use my finger for shimmer shades. If you want to go in with a silicone applicator, that's also fine. If you want to go in with a flat brush, that's also fine. And I'm going to try to squeeze all three of these shades right here beside this one. That is really, really beautiful. This to me is kind of a traditional shimmer formula where it's shimmery and it's beautiful, but it's not super glass-like or like beaming or impactful. And not that every shadow has to be. That is just typically my preference. Next up, I'll go into the next shade right here. Again, just with my finger. But I'm really excited to have this. I have not tried a whole lot from Il Makiage. I think I've tried maybe a highlighter. Whoa! I've tried maybe a highlighter and then the mascara from them, and I liked both. So I'm excited, and I've heard so much about the foundation. I'm curious if you've tried their foundation. I'm all for spending the extra money if something is actually worth the extra money, if you know what I'm saying. I'm going to go in with another kind of firmer, flat brush. And again, I'm just going to kind of kiss the edge just so I have no harshness. That looks really, really beautiful together. And I really love the gradient here too, going light, medium, dark, and then one that's a little bit deeper. I'm also going to go in with my finger for the lightest shade right here, and we're going to pop that on the very inner corner. That also looks beautiful. If you are someone that likes a more kind of thicker formula of like a metallic or kind of a more old school type formula, I think you would absolutely love this. I think this is stunning. Let me do the other eye off of camera. I'll be right back and we'll test some more products. Alright, I think that created a beautiful look. Again, they're slightly more, I guess like a thicker, more textured type of a shimmer formula. And on this eye, I went in with the cream with my finger. It worked great. I'm assuming you could also use it as a base and put the shimmers on top. So far so good. I like this. I think it is stunning. Next up, we're going to go into the Half Caked Double Dipper Color Duo. It has a beautiful blush and then a highlighter. I would most likely use this as like a bronzer topper or something like that, so I will do swatches. They feel very nice and very creamy. Yeah, this is definitely going to be more of a bronzer topper type of thing. So there are the swatches of the blush and the highlighter. I think if you have a medium skin tone though, I think this is going to look absolutely stunning on you. I'm going to go in with a less is more approach. Anytime I'm going with a brand that I'm unfamiliar with, I definitely err on the side of caution. Oh, definitely not as pigmented as I thought it was going to be, which I actually prefer. With my blushes and my bronzers, I don't mind pigment out the gate, but I really like something that's a little bit softer and a little bit more buildable upon first application. And I am not a pink blush fan. If you know, you know. That is stunning. That is really beautiful. Okay, I like this. I'm shocked that I like this. And the texture of it feels really nice. As you can see, it's blending out really, really well. And you do not get full opacity right out the gate, which I also really prefer. So I think a lot of different skin tones could enjoy this because you could build it up or start out very, very soft. I am gonna take this with just my finger and I'm gonna press it at the very top and just give it a little kiss at the top of my cheeks. And if I had like full on bronzer, I would just pop this right on top of my bronzer. And to be honest, it doesn't actually look that bad, but it is melting into the skin really beautifully. So yeah, you can see it's a little deep. That's okay though. Yeah, if you have lighter skin tones too, and you're like, hey, I can't use these products, if you go in with a super open fluffy brush and you go with a less is more approach, you're gonna get, you know, a lesser amount of pigment. If you have, you know, deeper skin, you could go in with full opacity. Same thing with this. Use it on your eyes, use it with your finger on top of your bronzer, so on and so forth. But so far so good. I really think I'm liking everything so far. Let me make myself some space. And then we're going to go in with the Tresoluce. If I'm saying that wrong, I do apologize. It's either Tresoluce or Tresoluce Beauty, the Empower Me Matte Lipstick Bullet. This is in the shade Nudie Pink. And the only thing that I noticed yesterday, I did wear this all day as well, so I can kind of give you a mini review of it. But yesterday, the very first kind of swipe that I took was a little bit rough. So maybe warm it up on the back of your hand first prior to going in, or just kind of know that that first little swipe felt a little bit more dry. I will also note that the packaging here feels incredibly weighted. It does have a magnetic closure, which I also really love. It doesn't have a harsh scent or anything like that, and this shade of it is like my perfect type of nude, which is why I wanted to compare it to my other favorite nudes. So I'll apply this really quickly. And I did have on a lip product prior to starting to film, but I did wipe that off. So I'm pretty sure there's a little bit left on, but I mean, look how beautiful that is. And this look altogether, I like it. I like it a whole lot. So I do want to compare this. I'm going to do some little hand swatches for you guys. We'll put the Tresoluce one here, and I'll do kind of a bigger swatch so you guys can see. This is the Milani. They're the like new, the matte lipsticks. This is in the shade 410 Pleasure. Now the undertones in this is going to be a little bit different, but I did want to compare them because the way that they feel and kind of have that really beautiful light matte but moussey texture, I like them. I like them a whole lot. And then I'm going to also go into Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk. I will note the price difference as well. The Tresoluce one is only $16 if you were to buy it, obviously at retail. And the Charlotte Tilbury, I think, is $30, so half price. And then we'll put Charlotte Tilbury over here. Again, the Milani and the Charlotte Tilbury are slightly different undertones. They're a little bit more peachy. But for me, and especially on the lips, they don't look that much different. So we have the Tresoluce one here. We have the Milani Pleasure here. And then we have Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk here. So you can see tonally, they're pretty much the same. And then the undertones are slightly different. You can definitely see a little bit more peachiness through here. But the textures, how they felt, how this wears, it wore beautifully last night. It never got uncomfortable or anything like that. Again, aside from that first little swipe, me kind of having to dig a little bit or like tug just a little bit, and that's easily remedied by putting it on the back of your hand and then applying. Aside from that though, it wore beautifully. It feels incredibly comfortable, and it's a beautiful matte, but there's more of a satin-like quality to it as well. Like, it's matte and it stays in place, but it's not uncomfortable. It still has a little bit of creaminess to it. So I really enjoy this. I think I'm gonna really love it. And if you love, well, yeah, you know, one of these two, then maybe this could be your option for your choice. I don't think that you'll be disappointed in it. I think it's beautiful. And of course it's gonna look a little bit different depending on your undertones and stuff like that, but you could also go in with a lighter, hand. You could tap it just on the center of the lips. You could go in with a darker lip liner to achieve an ombre effect. So there are different ways that you can achieve makeup looks and try products, even if they're not necessarily for your particular skin tone. And I know that that's probably something that's very hard for a subscription box like BOXYCHARM or Chic Beauty Box or something like that to say, how do we put out a box that can be universally flattering for many people? And that's something that I think most brands do need to work on, is inclusivity for sure. I love this month's assortment a whole lot. I love this look. I'm not doing mascara because I'm going to be doing a shorts testing a new mascara out, just FYI on that. But yeah, I think this is beautiful. I will also come back and go into my community tab and update you guys as far as wear time for the Il Makiage Quad, especially if you're using this as your choice because you're like, hey, it's heavy, it looks beautiful, the packaging, it's a $48 retail price, but is it going to last on my eyelids? because that's the most important thing to me. So I will update you guys on that. I will wear it through the course of the day. It's literally, I think, 10 a.m. I don't know. My phone's, you're on my phone right now. So, you know, I hope this is helpful. I hope tomorrow and the next day you can make great choices for your Ipsy choice. I'm excited to make my choices. What are you guys gonna pick up? What do you think you're gonna pick up? What items did you prefer? And let's do a quick giveaway. You're gonna be entering to win the beauty sponges, the spray, the Philosophy cleanser, the lip gloss, and of course the makeup bag. All rules for my giveaways are always the same, you guys. You must be publicly subscribed and I must be able to verify that. You're gonna leave a genuine comment, share the video out. You must be 18 and in the US. I will note right here, I will never, ever ask you for any type of money, no credit card information, no payment whatsoever. The only thing I will ever ask for if you are the winner is your shipping address. And I will reply to your comment and I will pin your comment. So if your comment is not pinned, you did not win. Please use common sense. Please be vigilant in knowing we're not going to ask you for money if you win something. If you win something, that is a gift. It is a gift to you. And thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you to Ipsy again for gifting. I'm excited as heck about this month. What are you thinking so far? And if you missed yesterday's video, I will pop it right here for you. I love you beauties. Stay happy, healthy, and safe. And of course, be your own best beautiful. Bye beauties.